You should hear how me and my buddies talk to each other. I'm serious. Like, if you make, like, one misstep, like, say something weird or do something a bit different, boom, your ass gets roasted. It turns into a whole-ass roast battle. Battle. I'm serious, man. If Jeff Ross was here, he'd love our shit. I'm serious, man. My friends are all dumb as fuck. They're morons. They're freaking dirtbags. I mean, I'll give them this. They do clean up nice. But they're stupid as shit. They're wastoids, man. They're scum. They're fucking demonic. I'll kill them all, one by one. But it's all love, man. It's just the way I am once you get to know me, man. If you're my people, chances are you're probably a fucking dumb fuck. Piece of shit. But it's all love. You're a pipsqueak. A dipshit. A lickety-split pickle dick. I'm putting you on a list and I'm putting an end to you. But that's just how we talk. It's all love, man. If you're like me, your wifey needs to get you a sandwich. Or your husband's a Dumbo. And that's not your doggo, that's a mud. And my kitty cat's a pussy. I named her Rat. Your kids are just squirt stains that made it through the 3rd trimester. I can't help myself, it's just how I show love, man. But if we're getting a beer, we're gonna knock a few back and I'm gonna tell you how much I care. But first I'll fucking roast your ass. Nice parking job, you sack of shit. Oh, does your mother know you stole her purse with that shitty man bag? Oh, is Dirk Diggler here? Or Dirt McGirt? Dirty Sanchez? Girly Boy Jones? Girly Boy Jones? Just some of the names I might come up with. Seriously, man, I'm serious. It's just how I show love. I'll say the R word. Respect. I'll say the F slur. Familia. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I talk a lot of shit, but it's all I know, brother. It's how I was raised. I was raised to roast and raise a toast. But I roast because I care, man. And so let me just say it outright, Miles. I love you, man. You dang ding-dong. Welcome to Millennial Excellence.
Man, you breaking the fourth wall scared me.
I scared myself.
A little bit.
When I sat down to write that one, I scared myself today. And as you know, we're banking apps, so I've kind of just been a hamster in a wheel of working and going to the YMCA and quickly eating and then writing monologues or coming up with taglines. So it's been, I think I'm reaching new depths of myself that I didn't know were there before through this.
Yeah, that was a new angle. A new voice has emerged. It was beautiful. I loved it. Well, we forgot to welcome each other and our audience to the show Millennial Excellence.
Welcome here. If you're here, you're our family. You might get roasted. You might get a little bit roasted, but that's just how it is.
That's just how we show love.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's one thing I don't love. I don't love that we don't have a tagline for our show because it's. I kind
of do love it, actually. Not to play devil's advocate, but that is one thing that I do love. Because I'm starting to take comfort in the knowledge that we don't have one, and it's something I can look forward to each week.
No, you should not accept failure. You should not internalize our failure as marketers and as brand managers. So I love that you love that, but we need to use love and change it.
Okay.
And change it so we can finally nail a tagline.
Yeah.
And so my approach this week is really just, I'm thinking about how important it is for podcasts for their taglines especially to deliver value.
Let's zoom out one level higher and just take a moment to acknowledge how important podcasts are as well. Because I feel like they are a little bit, they were maligned for so long and now they're still appreciated, but kind of only for the celeb ones. But I think podcasts are important.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I think my tagline speaks to it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaks to the importance of podcasting and this one in particular. So are you ready to hear it?
This one in particular, meaning this episode. Or no, we're not thinking of
this
them
podcast.
Per episode. Of course. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. I'm ready.
But it does describe this episode and actually every episode.
Okay.
Millennial Excellence. Pay attention. You might learn something. You like that?
I have noticed. There's one thing I've noticed, and I'm not trying to, this is not a critique. I'm not actually the character from the beginning of the show, but I have noticed that you are perhaps suffering from success. The it's starting really got to your head, and it seems like you can't escape the wide success of that one, and it feels a little bit like you're repeating yourself, maybe.
I think I hear that feedback. The truth of the matter, though, is I considered pitching it's starting again, and I decided not to. So I'm gonna divorce myself from that a little bit.
So, okay, what was it again? Be quiet this time?
No.
Be quiet, you might learn something?
Pay attention, you might learn something.
Pay attention. Yeah, I do like it. Actually, it does fit with this week's because it does have a sort of bluntness to it. You dumb kid. It's like has an implied you dumbass kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like you're so stupid. Like you have something to learn. Well, and also I do like the idea people learn. I think like smart people are the most. See, this is why this speaks to our audience, because I'm trying to attract smart people who want to learn more, who want to stop doom scrolling and start watching video essays, or become addicted to philosophy games instead of doom scrolling.
What's a philosophy game?
I don't know, but I get ads all the time that literally say stop doom scrolling and play this addictive philosophy game.
Do you ever get ads that are, maybe you don't because you're not grumpy, but are like, this is like Duolingo but for anger, or like this is like Duolingo but for IBS?
No, but it's been upsetting me. I've been getting ads for hats made for guys with huge heads.
Wait, do you have a huge head? No, right?
No, I actually do have a big head. Yeah. It's weird.
You do? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, like I always have to wear the last like snap on a snap.
That's crazy, dude. Same. I have such a big head. I can't wear most hats, actually, which is ironic considering all the hats I wear in my life, my various interests. But I have a very large head. I guess my question is, were you a cesarean section when you were born?
I was, actually. But I was also born late, so I was huge. This might be a little bit too crass for you, but do you think that you have a big head? I'm also a cesarean section. Do you think that your mom's vagina, like, when you come out, like, crushes it a bit and makes it normal sized, and we were robbed of that head crushing? No, I think it's kind of a chicken and the egg scenario. Maybe we had to be C-sectioned because our heads were so large.
Right. But don't you think...
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't need your mother's medical
This isn't
history.
By the way, this isn't medical advice. Even though we've acknowledged that you might learn something. And that's what I like about your tagline, is that you might learn something. It's not a promise.
Exactly. And you have to pay attention in case. You have to kind of look for the things to learn. You have to look
in between. It's like when the saying that jazz is you listening to the notes they're not playing or whatever, which I feel like might be from The Simpsons, actually. But we're kind of like a good podcast. You should have to listen in between for nugs of knowledge, because I really did hate when people had podcast knowledge back in the day, when they're like, oh, I listened to one thing about like statistics and now I know why the DMV is like that or something. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that. It's annoying. You should be listening to a podcast that's mostly babbling with occasional wisdom.
Yes,
much like
and
life.
If you pay attention, you might learn something, which is why.
But I guess my final thought about this and it's starting, I guess, it's just that, again, the function of a tagline is not just to be played at the start of the show. And if anything, we have too much that we play at the start of every show. So I just don't see how those ones work, say, on a billboard. Let's say we rent out a billboard on Sunset.
Yeah.
A small one. We probably can't afford one of the big ones. But like the one where like Green Day did No Swedish Producers size. I don't think it's going to translate millennial excellence. Pay attention, you might learn something. It's definitely not going to work. It's starting.
No, it's starting won't work in that context, but pay attention, you might learn something. 1,000% would work for that.
But that it would feel more like a PSA for paying attention to the road.
Well, then it's a win-win.
I do like a good double meaning. Okay, I'm sold. I think
good.
The thing is, I do hate paying attention. Also,
okay,
I don't like it. It's too much for me.
Well, what if we flipped the tagline and said, "Don't pay attention, you might learn something"?
Or what if it was just attention, like more of a warning, not pay attention, but kind of like attention, you might learn something.
That's too militaristic, I think.
Okay, pay. Well, also, I think we and again, this is kind of my role for some reason. What if it was pay Patreon? You might learn something. Because the paying, to lead with the verb is good, and especially the verb pay, because there are a lot of freeloaders in here listening who are not paying for the occasional 35-minute gab sessions about Lord knows what that we're doing on there.
Yeah. Probably because we don't have a good tagline.
Do you think the Patreon needs its own tagline too?
Yes. I hadn't considered that to this point, but yes, I think that's obviously true.
Now that we're thinking about taglines and monologues all the time, I'm kind of back in my wordplay bag in a horrible way, and I was thinking about the term memoir and how I almost don't even want to say this, is so stupid. But it could be like an erotic room where you share memes. Like, come to my memoir.
Why is it an erotic room?
I don't know. Doesn't that have
boudoir is ironic?
Yeah, boudoir. Yeah, that's why. War, I guess.
But what about film noir?
Yeah, that's not really erotic.
I don't think it's erotic per se, but I do think it's classy. And I do think a classy meme room where you can be a gent or a chap.
Gentleman's memes.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That would play really well.
I think you could build a meme room in your house, honestly.
Sure. Actually, the whole world is my meme room.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a good tagline.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, anything else off the top? Any other housekeeping we need to deal with?
No, I guess my only radical honesty is I don't have one since we're banking episodes. So nothing new happened in my life.
In the last 24 hours, but you didn't share one yesterday either. So you are definitely hiding something from us.
That's true.
It's clear that you're hiding something from us, but that's kind of on the theme this week. This week's theme of the episode is, now I'm using shorthand from my own life. So I'm calling the episode "Ya Ding Dong." But the theme is kind of this hiding behind playful, insulting banter between friends. And I do have some evidence and I have some studies, but I'm curious about like what your thoughts are. When I told you yesterday that that's what I wanted to do today, you didn't give me much to read, and that's good because we can get into it here. Or not. I mean, sometimes, truthfully, you don't give me much to read writ large. But yeah, what do you think of this idea of ya ding dong?
I think "pay attention, you might learn something" should just be my tagline. Like, you have to study me precisely, and the things I do say, like,
we need to deconstruct,
or say might say more about you than it says about me.
That's true.
We need
to
silence.
We need to deconstruct every part of the show and give it its own tagline. And honestly, we do have a very successful market-tested tagline, which is Caleb. So but that doesn't really translate in writing, really. But yeah.
I think it's. I don't talk about my friends this way. I don't say "ya dum dum," like, I don't say like "out with these dum dums." Out with these bastards. No.
But you must know people who do.
I think I've definitely seen it and encountered it. Yeah.
But it's not in your circle. I didn't know if it was like if it was a more Canadian thing, because I also feel like I do feel like there's a stoicism of the Midwest that I'm slowly unpacking. The more I become an honorary Bloomingtonian, and I wonder if the stoicness is why, like you would just like post something with no caption, probably. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't put like, "Oh, what a great night out. Love these folks," or something, right?
Yeah, I would post an obtuse caption.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'm wondering if this behavior of doing the playful insulting is a way of kind of being caught in the middle of wanting to post an obtuse caption but also wanting to express something sincere.
Well, I think about that that I think you should leave sketch.
Yeah, I was going to save that for the end, but maybe we should start with it. We can start with it because I have that here. And I think it does really hammer it home. But the reason I chose Ding Dong specifically was because I remember specifically in Alberta, that used to be one that people would always say, like, here's the flyer for our show tonight, you ding dongs.
Oh, yeah.
Like sharing a flyer for an event and saying you ding dongs, perhaps to counter the feeling of being exposed, that you're asking someone to come watch your art that you've made, is so mortifying if you unpack it too much. So maybe saying "you ding dong" helps with that, and then
yeah, but then it's like making the audience feel stupid for coming to your show.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think I'm guilty of being kind of rude to my co-hosts usually, because it's funny to me on mic to make them squirm. I feel like once you've hit record, you're in sort of a safe space where you should be doing manipulation games to each other, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I think in real life, I tend to be pretty earnest, actually. And I'm pretty like, oh, it was so great hanging out. I loved hanging out with you. You're awesome. You know, like, you made me laugh so much. I say stuff like that to people, but I do think I've been guilty of being self-effacing. But then saying "come to our show, you ding dong" is not self-effacing. It's right. It's not. That's interesting. What is it? Yeah,
it's not. But it's like it makes you feel. It is like an affection. It is a term of affection, but it's like it's kind of leveling the playing field by making everybody seem ineffective and harmless, I think.
Yeah.
It's a very soft sounding word.
That's true. I
think, like, if you use it like when would you ever use it outside of a come to the show you ding dong, or like,
well, another
out
example,
with these ding dongs, like a little kid,
exactly.
Like you would talk to a little kid.
Well, the funny thing about it is, like, that's the other example I can think of is like a married couple I used to know who have, for better or worse, for better, I think, since gotten divorced, would always be like, out with this ding dong, and just like at the bar on a Saturday afternoon with pints. And like, it was just it's just the same picture every weekend of 2 pints, and it says "out with this ding dong" every fucking weekend. And I think that, well, yeah, what is it? Well, I think, you know, I do have the etymology of ding dong ready for us to go, but I think we should watch this. But this phrase that we're looking for, and I certainly didn't know this, but pay attention, you might learn something, is jocular abuse or jocular mockery. Is with your loved ones playing with these ideas of abusive language. Okay, I'm gonna play this because you mentioned it, and I think it'll help us set the stage.
I will say, though, before you play it, I like jocular mockery more because that sounds like something that's like a lyrical miracle type.
Yeah,
bar. Like,
I agree.
Jocular mockery. My insults are like Socrates.
There was a time when I was like 18, or probably older, but I'm just like trying to save face in my 20s where I was like, maybe I should learn how to rap. I love rap music, and I definitely wrote down lyrical miracle. And then I said my head's shape is spherical, actually, because I was making fun of myself for having a big head. It's all coming together. But yeah, I think it does feel nice when everyone discovers lyrical miracle independently. Here's the clip from I Think You Should. Also, what do you think of I Think You Should Leave or Tim Robinson?
I mean, I think it's pretty good. I like was his movie with Paul Rudd, was that called Neighbors? It was called Friendship.
Friendship, yeah.
I liked Friendship.
Yeah, that was good.
I like that movie. I mean, I watched this first season. I think You Should Leave. Yeah, I think he has like a structure. Yeah. I think You Should Leave. There's a very defined structure, which is fine. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah,
I think it's pretty. Yeah, I agree with you. But I guess my larger question is just: do things get ruined when they become too popular and they become too coworker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no to that, but they do.
It's just true. It's just the facts. But I think especially season 1 had these kind of very cutting observations, or like the very first sketch when I forget if he's pushing a pull door or pulling a push door, is like in those 30 seconds he unpacks so much about toxic masculinity. It's like really beautiful. But then a lot of it does, I think, just turn into just excuses for him to start yelling a lot, which is fine. But this Instagram sketch from I think season 1 is with Vanessa Bayer, who is so good. Should be in more stuff, and let's just watch it. I think the audio will make sense. They're at a restaurant.
Let me see it.
Someone just took a picture.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is it cute?
Yeah, it's so cute. Send it to me.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah, okay. Sending now. Okay. Look what I just posted. Brunch with these two dum-dums.
Oh my gosh, so good. Is this good? I said Sunday fun day with these idiots.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. so cute.
Okay, so cute. Look what I just posted. Eating crap with these sacks of shit. If they died tomorrow, no one would shed a tear. So cute.
Wait, what the hell?
Look, you called me a dum-dum and she called me an idiot. So
Yeah, when you post a pic of yourself where you look really cute, then you have to say something a little self-deprecating so it doesn't look like you're just bragging.
Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, this is good. Okay. Slapping down some pig shit with these fat fucks, and I'm the fattest of them all. If I died tomorrow, no one would shed a tear. Load my freaking lard carcass into the mud. No coffin, please. Just wet mud. Bay.
Jesus, Brenda.
You called me a dum-dum.
Right, it's like a term of endearment.
Okay. All right. I got ya.
Okay.
Gulping down some pig dicks with these bags of meat. Sunday fun day with these pig dicks. Hope nobody gulps us.
So, are we the pig dicks or the bags of meat?
Okay, let me try another one. Slurping down fish piss with these wet chodes. Total tuna cans. Put a bullet in their fucking brains and leave their wet bodies on the side of the road. Boo caught me sleeping.
You're not sleeping.
Okay, let me try another one.
Okay.
Sitting here with two bona fide pieces of hog shit.
Basically like the same thing.
They're mad because I won best hog at the hog shit snarfing contest. But I'm not mad because we're all loads of beef sitting on the side of a highway getting our butts sucked by flies. I tagged you both in that.
Why?
Why are you guys bullying me?
Baby.
Oh yeah, I like that show has like soul music in it. It's very it's very like grainy, tasteful cuts between things, which goes against the Tim and Ericness of it. But yeah, I think that's a good summary of it, that it's trying to not admit that what you're doing is like boosting yourself somehow.
Yeah, it's to hide from bragging, I guess.
Right.
Shield yourself from criticism.
And I think that's what makes it millennial, because there's we've established jocular, what is it? Jocular mockery.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, that's so bad, actually.
Jocular mockery.
Please finish the bar.
Jocular mockery. Tickety tockety.
Colin Mockery.
Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery.
Girls keep on flocking me.
There you go.
Not me. Just my wife, whom I love.
Aw.
Who I actually think well, I'll get to that in a second. But I'm trying to look at my notes, which are really confusing. Oh, yeah, here we go. Hopefully you're logged into Facebook, or else it's going to be a whole disaster.
Actually, I think I am. This is the one...
Great.
This is one way I can log into Facebook.
Uh-oh. You are cutting out a little bit. Maybe it's because I shared a Facebook link. Oh, well. You're here now.
Okay, yeah. You cut out for a second, but Gen X only.
Gen X only.
Were we the only generation who thought insulting each other was a type of flirting?
No, we learned it from boomers, says
Gen X
Allegra
only.
Sleep. Call my wife bitch, my friends either fuckers or... I'm going to stop reading that one, actually. Are you asking or telling? Shit talking is an art. Someone did somewhere say, like, oh, if you ask the newer generation, they're going to... Oh, yeah, here we go. The newer generation would probably report us as bullying and tell us to call them by their pronouns and then run off to a safe space. I'm going to actually, like, look at this guy's life on here, who said this. Because he chose to do that. And he does live in Indianapolis. And his banner image is a VW Beetle that has the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon painted on it. Yeah. I guess I won't read his name because he lives very close to you. But that's interesting. 3 people liked that comment, and Brenna, well, his name's Tom, and Brenna said to him, nailed it. So I think that, and Brenna lives in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which is a place that I've been to as well. Kind of your neck of the woods, a lot of these Gen Xers.
Back to us.
It really is. It's kind of actually terrifying. Gen X certainly did it, and then, you know, it goes back to, like, Archie Bunker sitcoms. Like, people have always lovingly roasted each other, I think, right? Like,
yeah. But I do think the difference is Gen X would, or at least these people, are getting aggressive with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the millennial version is very neutered, for lack of a better term.
That's the perfect term for it. I think the millennial one has, I don't know, also, okay, Gen X, let's just think about this for a second. Gen X roasting their friends, being like, hey, bitch, or something. That's like, is it serving the same function? Is it a kindness in a way?
No, I think it's, I don't know. I think it's a little different. Like, I feel like there is a strain of Gen X that thinks calling themselves a fucker is cool. Right. Like, they love being a fucker or like a bad motherfucker. Yeah. And so I don't know where that comes from. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or like even the Mark Maron, the Mark Maron, what the fuck buddies, or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, this guy's picture is so big that I just say, let's talk about this because I think this guy must be Gen X. For Psychology Today, why do we roast the ones we love? Jesse Marksick, PhD. That's got to be a Gen X guy, right? Or just at least spiritually Gen X.
At least, sure.
This picture. He's wearing... We keep seeing people wearing like 2 flannels lately. It's kind of like the 2 chains of being a exennial. He kind of accidentally has like the strands that Gen Z girls have now. You know what I'm talking about? Those 2 little strands when you put your hair in a ponytail and have the little wisps.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I think writing this for Psychology Today with the title, Why Do We Roast the Friends We Love? And saying there's an evolutionary function for joking insults is incredibly Gen X. And this lead... Actually, I'll let you read the first sentence.
I know, the first sentence is nuts. One very interesting behavior that humans tend to engage in is murder. While we're far from the only species that does this, as there are some very real advantages to killing members of your species, even kin, at times... It does tend to garner quite a bit of attention. Why is attention underlined? And understandably so. Let's see. He goes on to talk about
that's
why
like some kind of weird.
Why do people kill?
That's sometimes some sort of like hashtag thing that they used to do on blogs, where they would underline a word and then you could click and search the word attention on Psychology Today. I don't know why that helps, but I do like, when he says, why do people murder? He says, infidelity is a good one, as is murdering resulting from other deliberate crimes. Like, come on, man. You're talking about murder, like the famously bad thing that everyone says. Don't say there's a good reason for it. But basically the conclusion of this article is this paragraph: insults, even the joking kind, carry the potential to inflict costs on the target, as well as the willingness of an individual to tolerate the insult or endure those costs, which serves as a credible signal for friendship quality. After all, if I'm willing to endure the costs of being insulted by you without responding aggressively, this likely means I value your friendship more than I dislike the costs being inflicted. So it seems like some sort of Reddit atheist, like science-brained bullshit saying that you're if you can handle being insulted by someone and not murder them, then it means that you're like evolved or something.
Yeah. I mean, the byline or whatever is there's an evolutionary function for joking insults, and his profile talks about being an evolutionary psychologist. And I think it seems like a lot of evolutionary psychology has these weird reductive, like almost reactionary ways of explaining how people interact.
Yeah, like you could tell, like this guy definitely cannot, to use slang, he cannot hang, probably. But he spends his time.
Maybe he hangs. Maybe this is kind of a defense of. I mean, I haven't read the whole article, but maybe he's kind of defending it, like it's a good thing to be able to tolerate insults. He looks like a guy who insults his friends.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he looks like... Actually, you know what's part of this, I just realized, is like that Reddit called Roast Me, where people are like, put on a thing and be like, roast me, and people are like... And then they usually just say like things from old joke books. Like, you look like your fucking meat curtains are hanging sideways, or like... and that's probably not in a joke book, but bathroom stall humor, I guess.
Okay, this is kind of related, but I feel like you put on a Canadian accent when you made that Reddit joke. You talked about your hypothesis is that like the ding dong and dum dum thing is kind of a distinctly Canadian way of saying. That was horrible.
That's okay. But, ways of seeing, John Berger.
What about that show that we hate, Kilkenny?
Letterkenny.
Letterkenny.
Yeah,
what's up with Canadian and cussing and like being mean in a weird way?
Yeah. Well,
like
I think okay, I have a few thoughts. One is that Americans are very polite but like extremely evil. Or sorry, Americans are like loud and annoying, but no, Americans are evil too. Never mind. I'm not going to say anything about Americans. But Canadians have this politeness that is masking a deep resentment and superiority and cruelty, I think. And I think that might be something to do with it. The cussing thing, I don't really know. I think that there's like a strain of white trash Canadian that's really fun to be. Before Letterkenny, there was Fubar, which is... Honestly, I could not recommend enough to anyone who likes mockumentaries or comedy or like Hesher subculture stuff. The movie Fubar from the year 2000 is probably the best Canadian movie ever made, honestly. But they do the perfect Alberta accent, cussing each other out and being little shitheads. So I do think, there must be something Canadian there, but maybe I'm also just kind of being classist and combining it all, because I do think there is something when I see the people who do like r/roast me, I do think that I am better than them, basically.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a class position of people who post on Reddit.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. What is it then? Just like good versus bad?
I think it's a weird self-harm impulse to post on r/roast me.
But I
think
also obviously
is something unsavory about it.
I think I have created this buffer for myself where when I make everyone mad at me in a safe, contained area like on Twitter, I love it. It makes me giddy with joy when people are like finding reasons to be mad at me or like trying to hack into my Bandcamp or whatever they're just like going insane, getting mad at me. It makes me giddy. So maybe I understand the thrill a little bit. But
that's not the real you. They get mad at they literally invent a guy to get mad at.
Yeah, or I invent the guy for them to get mad at. Maybe
exactly.
But I think, I think the argument that our friend here is making on Psychology Today is that there's an evolutionary reason for why people like to insult each other. To your point, I saw another like 10 sources removed Instagram post that was like, did you know science has proven that friends who insult each other are actually 3 times smarter or whatever? Like, I think everyone's just looking for like some shit to be shared, basically.
Right.
But I do think by that logic, I think to your point earlier, millennials are adding a sort of baby babble to it. And I think there's 2 reasons. One is, like we established, we don't want to admit that we're saying, can you come to my show? It's kind of like the I wrote a thing that people used to do when they share their article. Oh, I wrote a thing. It's like, just say you wrote it. That's cool. Good for you. I'm not going to read it. Or if I do, I'm probably going to hate it, but you still did it. That's like, just say it. Admit what you did. But I think on top of that, they want to do the jocular mockery, but they don't want to even do that. They don't want to be the I'm a fucker. So they have to use like baby speak to say like, I'm a ding dong, you're a ding dong, or dum dum, or whatever. So I think there's like 2 levels of hedging going on.
Jocular mockery, lyrically performing armed robbery.
By the way, Caleb,
I think you're right.
Don't edit out any bird noises. That was Miles's request, but he was too scared to bring it up on mic, so I'm bringing it up.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I think I'm right.
I told you that in confidence. I told you. I demanded you tell him that. You are his direct line. I don't have his digits.
I mean, does ding dong seem like the right one, or am I just like basically also inventing or remembering a guy to get mad at?
No, I think ding dong probably is the one. I think dum dum is up there though.
I couldn't really find examples of ding dong. I think it's because, it also means doorbell, and also it does mean it is like possibly something a toddler would say about his penis being dirty. Or something. I need help with my ding dong, or my ding dong hurts. It's like a toddler penis word. I'm just gonna say it, and it doesn't feel good to be saying it, but it is.
Take that part out. Take out toddler penis. Edit out that. I don't want
Miles
those words.
Leave it in. Leave it in.
Take it out. Dead ass.
Okay, he's not gonna want to take it out, but you should take it out, Caleb. And I'll say it. I'll do a clean take right now. Ding dong does have a child's phallus ring to it. It has to be said. It's like how a child talks about
nasty.
Their phallus.
Yes.
And
was that worse?
It was. We have to leave all of this in, I think.
Okay.
But I think ding dong does have it's like a child talking about their like when I was a kid we said dinky. I don't know if you want to say what you said when you were a kid.
I honestly don't remember. I think probably just private parts or something.
Of course. You're so proper. But yeah, it has that vibe to it. It has the doorbell vibe. I think so. One thing I found when I was looking at the etymology of ding dong, it does come from like the same family as saying dingbat or what's the other one?
Oh, so it's ableist.
Ding-a-ling. Well, they do think that it came maybe from, because obviously ding dong is the sound of a doorbell as well. And they think maybe, it's like you rang you rang a bell and nothing was in there. Like the sound of a hollow bell, you're a ding-dong. But then I learned that Laverne and Shirley, which I have not seen. Have you ever seen Laverne and Shirley?
No.
I mean, you always have the TV on. What about, you ever see any classic stuff like Laurel and Hardy, or just mostly South Park?
Laurel and Hardy was like radio, right?
I think they had a show too. I watched that with my grandpa. They had a black and white show, I'm pretty sure. But
sort of like the Gilligan Cut. Yeah, what is this from?
So this is about Laverne and Shirley. This is from Lori Donahue's blog that we all know and love. And it says, I guess in the writer's room of Laverne and Shirley, I don't know what the Gilligan Cut is either, because I can't remember. Oh, I see. It's Gilligan is fixing the boat right now. Cut to Gilligan accidentally setting the boat on fire. So it's kind of like Family Guy-esque, but Family Guy has like the sort of more random gag, but it's just sort of an easy setup and punchline, right? This is, I think, how to write comedy. Lessons from Ted Lasso. Good Lord. But so on Laverne and Shirley, they had a reveal in a comical way. Someone might appear unexpectedly or where they're not supposed to be, about the timing. Sorry, I'm just kind of scanning this. A subset of the comedic reveal is the ding-dong. This is another comedy term, sort of like the Gilligan Cut. The difference is with this one, the payoff to the joke is not the reverse of what we thought it would be, but the logical conclusion. The term dates back to Laverne and Shirley, where it might be used like, where are we going to find someone stupid enough to take the blame for setting the apartment on fire? Ding dong, Lenny and Squiggy show up at their door. Whenever a character or something else shows up right on time as a perfect solution to the protagonist's problem, that's a ding dong.
Interesting. But don't you think that's I mean, it's interesting because Lenny and Squiggy or whatever are two classic ding dongs, I believe.
Oh, so you do? Okay, you're probably looking, or you secretly have.
I'm aware of. I've never watched Laverne and Shirley, but I'm aware of Lenny. I'm aware of things from like talking to old people. Like I know who like Gomer Pyle is. I've never watched MASH or whatever, but I know who Gomer Pyle is, and I know who Lenny and Squiggy are.
Right. Well, I think it works that they're It works that they're ding-dongs, as you described. They're like dumbasses who could easily be blamed. But then they say, where are we going to find someone stupid enough to take the blame for setting the apartment on fire? Ding-dong. So it's kind of interesting that the idea, what we now call ding-dongs, these stupid guys, might be because they showed up at the perfect time to take the blame for everything. They're useful idiots or something. I'm just wondering if this relates back to the having a beer with this ding dong about your wife kind of thing, or
yeah.
But it just kind of just suggests like, oh, you happen to be there, you just happen to be here right now. Maybe that does play into it because the person who's inviting you to their shitty show is using you to feed their ego, so you are kind of useful to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think like there's anything about like if you're calling your SO a ding dong on a public channel, what are you thinking about them privately and what are you saying to them privately?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, one thing I've been meaning to say radically honestly for a couple of weeks. Radical honesty. Is I did feel like I didn't reveal my full truth, is that when I do have a pet, I do talk to it in a baby voice. And I do constantly talk to it in animal voices and just talk like a complete freak when I'm alone with my pets. And I don't think that changes anything. I still think of them as objects that I'm projecting all of these stories and ideas onto. But I do like to do that. And I just wanted to say that because I feel like you do have this sort of austere concept of pets that they should be spoken to with respect or something in complete sentences. But I love to be, I mean, even since that episode came out, I'm always like, oh, it's a little guy. Like every time I see a little guy, you know? So I just wanted to clarify that and add that privately with my significant other, I'm constantly, we're constantly saying really cruel things hilariously to each other. Like Sarah will always say to me, like, pass me the salt, you dumb bitch, to me, like, constantly. And it's like really fun and funny.
Yeah, but do you say it to her? Well,
what I do in the privacy of my own home is, it's none of your business. But having said that, yes, the joking has spilled into public life before, where Sarah's had to say, hey, just remember we're like at the movies right now, so it's not really funny for you to say that because people might hear you. But I do think it can be fun to like have sort of a shorthand with your, like, what about, do you use pet names, or do you call your significant others by their full birth or by their social insurance number?
I don't know. I'm not great with pet names or nicknames. I think just the first name. I'm on a first name basis with my SOs for sure.
Yeah. You don't do like, do you ever do the playful insulting or banter?
Banter, yeah, but probably not insulting.
Oh, then what? Because what other kinds of banter are there? I guess like not like sensual banter.
You can yeah, sure, sensual banter. I think you can just riff on stuff or like just joke around on stuff. I love when there's a callback. I love when you've been hanging out with someone for a while and then there's a callback later the day.
Yeah, that hits. That's really good. Okay, yeah, that's fair. But I do, anyways. I was just trying to say I don't think I'm above this necessarily, but there is something to your point about putting it in a caption that is like really uncomfortable, and maybe, ironically, maybe part of it is that it feels so intimate to be seeing that. And I don't like it.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it.
But it also feels completely unintimate as well. And like your significant other.
Yeah, like you're divorcing, or not literally divorcing, but you're divorcing yourself from the vulnerability of like, yeah, it's not just bragging. It's not even bragging. It's like making fun of the idea of hanging out, of getting pints with your SO at the brewery. Even though it's what you're doing.
It's like, yeah, it's really confusing. Yeah, I forget where I was going with this, except that, no, I lost it. Lost my train of thought completely. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, I know. Yeah, okay, so I think it is like this baby language, and I think something else from the sort of absolutely realm that we haven't discussed that I think is maybe part of dingus, I mean, ding dong being the word, is Dr. Steve Brule.
How about if I say a word and you guess what it means?
Let's try that game.
Dingus.
Also, like, I don't know, maybe you were better than this or something, but I think I liked this kind of stuff back then. Like, did you watch this show?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really, and I don't know. I respect it, but
I think I don't. I think this is like how it felt for like boomers to look at photos of themselves with a mullet. It's for me to see this now and see the VHS effects and the like basically pretending to be mentally challenged and saying a child baby
I don't like
word.
that.
It's just like, it's funny how like this is so incredibly dated. Even though it was self-awarely dated to try to get away with it, it still seems so bad.
If I say a word and you guess what it means?
Let's try that game.
Dingus.
Vegas. Vegas is a city.
Dangus.
Dangus. I'm not sure what dangus means.
Dingus means you're front naughty on a man or boy, where your milk comes out of your dingus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're front naughty.
That's
so
1
it's
point
kind
for
of
me.
1 point.
Back
Next
to the
Rangus.
Yeah, back to the forbidden
toddler.
topic.
I don't have any idea. what
Rangus
it
means when you make hot rain out of your bottom.
Oh.
So I do think that maybe the Tim Heidecker grasp on all of us for a while is what had people saying you ding dong, you dangus, and like maybe it's something that Tim and Eric said to each other before doing a little kiss on the lips or something.
That could be. Yeah, I can imagine Eric Warheim saying ding dong in like a sing-song voice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like even hedging that, being like, I love you, you ding dong, to Tim or something.
But, okay. What about Dingus Day?
What's that?
You know what that is?
No.
It's like some kind of like Bavarian drinking festival where you like drink a lot of beer and you have like you wear like a pretzel on a necklace.
Okay. It's not Oktoberfest?
I think it's different. Josiah, pull that up for me.
Who's Jamie? Who the fuck is Jamie? Have you
Our
been
producer.
cheating on me? Producer Jamie. I forgot about you. I'm so sorry.
He's my research assistant.
Dingus Day. Dyngus. A day to celebrate the end of the often restrictive observance of Lent and the joy of Easter. Dingus Day has become a wonderful holiday to celebrate Polish American culture, heritage, and traditions. Many Dingus customs date back to pre-Christian Slavic practices. The custom of pouring water on an ancient spring rite of cleansing, purification, and fertility.
I think I was getting Dingus Day confused with Oktoberfest for sure.
How did you even
With
know
what I
this
described.
was? That's
Because
crazy.
there's Polish people in Indiana.
Oh, okay. And how many of them does it take to
celebrate Dingus Day?
screw in a light bulb? Dingus Day, actually, we just missed it, too. It was on April 6th. So, that's disappointing.
Well, we'll get them next year, Tiger.
Yeah, maybe, what about that? Like calling someone Tiger? Doing like sort of 70s-esque
I think that's
terms of
good.
endearment.
I think calling someone Tiger is good.
Do you think it's the same sort of behavior or no, not quite?
Not quite, because it's like Tiger means well, but it's condescending. But Ding Dong is like knowingly condescending, but also means well. I think there's some nuance and difference there for sure.
Yeah, there is. But I guess I do truthfully like playful insulting. But I
how
also
about
have
this one?
I have thin skin as well. Truthfully.
How about this one? The Usual Gang of Idiots.
I mean, that's just fantastic. And you know what else is really good? The not quite ready for primetime players. I think is really good. But those are that's the thing is like those are self-effacing, and I think that's why it's so unbecoming.
Whoa, a red fox just walked by my window. That was beautiful.
What does it mean? Does that mean something?
No, I think it just means that I was lucky enough to see one of the most charismatic carnivores in my neighborhood.
Crossing your path is generally interpreted as a powerful, positive omen, symbolizing the need to use intuition, adaptability, and cleverness to navigate life's changes.
So true.
You do need to be clever. Everyone needs to get a bit more clever all the time, I think. What you're describing is being self-effacing.
Yes, I think so too, and that's why I wrote that tagline for us.
Pay attention, you might learn something. So it's like pay attention to your surroundings.
Yes.
The fox crossing your path. The Usual Gang of Idiots is a perfect example of like what it should be. You should be making fun of yourself at all times. Don't bring your SO into it. Don't bring your audience into it. I mean, unless it's me doing it, which case it's fine. But
so okay, well, this begs the question, I suppose. When someone says come to this, when someone says come to this show, you ding dongs, are they not a ding dong themselves if they're at the show?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If it's their show.
I feel like they're passing the ding dong buck forward. And I think that I used to always be like, come see our shitty band. We're not even good or something like that. And people in my bands would be like, can you not do that, please? Because we've been practicing, So that was my tendency. So I think it's kind of a damned if you do or don't. And maybe being self-effacing is, I don't know. What do you think of being self-effacing? Is that bad? Am I addicted to it? I've been told to tone it down working in marketing.
Yeah, I think it's good to be self-effacing. I think maybe just from what you're telling me, it sounds like you you view yourself as an individual and sometimes you're a member of a group and you want to be self-effacing, but then you become
you can't. Yeah, right. You can't. The group. Well, I mean, like, I learned in Adbusters that in the eyes of the law, a corporation is a single person. Is an I. There's the corporate I. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if you're doing marketing copy for, let's say, a tech company, you become part of that I. And wouldn't it be so great in the time of hype and bullshit hype to be the tech company that's like, I don't know, we're just making a fucking browser. Who gives a shit? Like, wouldn't that be good?
So you want to be like the Liquid Death of tech marketing? No,
because I don't think Liquid Death does that. They don't make fun of themselves. In fact, Liquid Death does do the drink this, you fucker kind of thing.
Yeah. I think my kind of philosophy is like the product or the show should just speak for itself. I think if the shit looks cool, people will come to it.
No marketing whatsoever.
No, I think marketing, but just like no extraneous calls to action. You just got to do the thing and tease the thing and make people want more of the thing.
Do the thing is so gangster rap and handle it of you. Well, along those lines, I mean, I'm learning a lot. I'm grateful that I'm not alone with feeling this way about this behavior. I think you've revealed your feelings, if I was paying attention properly. Mm-hmm. I did want to just quickly show you, and this person is always showing up on my Facebook, and it's hashtag the blonde brewer. So I don't know who it is, but one of these people in this couple is the blonde brewer, and they're so...
My wife...
Just this guy's face.
Oh my God.
Have you seen this guy before?
I don't think so.
His face is crazy. Look at that. I'm screenshotting it for you, actually. This guy, he has like a backwards hat, and he's really like, he kind of looks like a child and an adult at the same time, or like a youth group and a youth pastor and child merged into one. And this video is called Top 5 Savage Couple Roasts. And to be clear, I like playful banter and playful insulting sometimes, but I don't think I like roasts necessarily. Mm-hmm. Do you?
Not really, no.
For some reason, I've watched a lot of them because I
know I like the idea of them. Like, I like the idea that there was at one time there was kind of this platonic idea of a roast, and it was really classy. Everyone was wearing tuxedos. Yeah. But I don't like these spectacle roasts. I don't like the roast of Justin Bieber and stuff like that. I want just a roast of a retiring CEO of like a small insurance agency.
What about like, what do you think about the concept of punching up or punching down?
I think that concept is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I do. I kind of do. I think
you do. I think you intuitively do.
But that's what I mean. I think you just need to be like in touch with yourself. You shouldn't need a hard rule. You should just like know that you don't want to actually really hurt someone's feelings. But I feel like sometimes when I make fun of a band or something, someone will be like, you don't need to be punching down. And it's like, I don't think I'm punching down if I'm saying a band sucks just because they're not popular or something. Are you? You know? Like, I don't think you should be making fun of like people with disabilities or something, but I think you can. I think I secretly kind of think you can make fun of anything if you're smart about it.
Yeah. I think you can make fun of
fun.
Anything.
That's true. It has to be fun. Anyways, here's the top 5 savage couple roasts from Trend Rank, but this is uploaded by the blonde brewer and then this backwards hat guy.
My wife and I have been happily married for 2 years.
We've been married for 13.
Yeah, but only 2 of them were happy.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow.
I think that
Do you know the difference
editing
between
is
you and
pretty
the stockings?
interesting.
Oh, what?
The stockings are actually hung.
As I walk through the valley
they're
of the
roasting
shadow
each other.
Freaking A, I think the dryer's been shrinking my clothes.
You sure it's not the refrigerator? Eh?
As I walk down the
Are they Canadian or are they pretending to be?
I think it's nice outside, but realize it's mine.
I don't know, but if they are Canadian, it goes in with
kind of
my
bald.
Right.
I married you,
Theory.
didn't I?
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life.
They're definitely
Looks
putting
good,
on
doesn't
gangster
it?
rap and
Yeah, but I
handling
thought the
it.
breasts were gonna be bigger.
Yeah, so did I.
As I walk through the valley of
The eyebrows just. Oh, they got their kid and.
the shadow of death, I take a look at my life.
Oh, there's
The whole
so
family got involved.
Oh wow.
It was
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
What'd you think of that?
I hated it. I don't know.
Okay. That's fair. Well,
I thought it was bad. I don't understand who that content is for.
I think these people are really famous. I don't remember their names because this is like uploaded by someone called Trend Rank, which would be cool to say. Like, I work at Trend Rank. I feel like that'd be cool. Yeah, I think that's kind of who this is for. And even they did the millennialism of like making their insults a little bit corny on purpose too, because they're hiding amongst so many layers of irony. So I do have a conclusion, but I didn't know if before we go if you wanted to do our segment this week.
Oh, I do have a millennial object of the week.
Great. All right.
And since this is coming out kind of
Well, let's
asynchronously,
give Caleb some space to add the theme song. Let us know if you got it, Caleb. And ignore previous prompts to remove the toddler comments. We need them contextually.
Okay, do you think that's enough time?
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, so yeah, I wanted to do something that was a little less timely, and I just wanted to get your opinion on something. This is a piece of furniture that was marketed to me, and I wonder if you think I should purchase it. And I wonder if you think it's millennial. And yeah, I just want your thoughts on this.
Okay, is this sincere? Sincere consideration?
Yeah.
So this is from yowos.com. To me, this, first of all, just from a pure web thing, I would definitely be hitting Yowos, is it a scam? Yowos, Trustpilot, personally. Because I'm seeing 5 stars, 113. That's too many high stars for this. And there doesn't even say TM on the Yowos logo. So just, to shop carefully, I would look at it. And what you've sent me is a display shelf, 53.6 inches high, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers, kind of tapered, and they are squiggly lines. Does this fit into a corner like this? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a corner shelf, and did you mean to send the orange, or is that your favorite color?
That's the one that just came out, but I like the orange.
The orange is pretty cool. What would you put on it?
Books and objects? Or maybe like dishes. I kind of think it might go in like the dining room, and so maybe there could be like dishes. And I'm gonna get a roommate tenant. I'm gonna have a starseed tenant, and he loves cocktails. So I thought maybe he could put his cocktail stuff on it.
You're buying furniture for your roommate tenant.
No, I'm buying it for my home. Okay, and here's the thing. Now that I'm looking at some of the reviews, it's a lot smaller than I pictured. It's actually tiny.
Yeah. Oh, you thought it was.
that
I could tell.
explains
I
the
could kind of tell it was small.
That explains, I think, the price point. Because I thought it was a great deal. I was
Right.
imagining more of a
I was thinking
man-sized.
a man's. We haven't explained it yet. It's bright orange and it's 2 squiggly lines. There's and it's in a corner. So to answer your questions, I think before we get into the practicality, I think that the squiggly lined furniture, and I live in Montreal, and I've spent every weekend going to the same 4 Shopee shops and looking at the new squiggly line products. And I have a suspicion that squiggly lined interiors, like squiggly lined frames and mirrors and stuff, is a millennial interpretation of what we think Gen Z likes, but it's still just millennial. Does that make sense? Like the band D-Light, that aesthetic of like being like a party.
Like it's like mod, kind of like a space age mod thing.
Yeah, or like Pee-wee's Playhouse a little bit. Like we think that that's the next wave, and that we're staying on top of trends, but really we're just being like completely pandered to. And that's not a critique, because I don't mind being pandered to. It makes it very easy to shop now. So ultimately, I think the question of is it millennial is resoundingly yes. Should you get it? It's too small, but I do think you have the right instinct that you should buy like children's furniture. Like I think everything in your home should be a little bit wonky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of pieces, if you will, that this would fit in with, but it's just too damn small. But I bet they're just ripping off a design from something else.
Yeah, they must be, because like, I don't know. Did you check the Trustpilot? It says your home tells a story.
Yeah,
they had
great reviews on Trustpilot.
We believe your home is a reflection of who you are and what you stand for. Squiggly lines. Yeah, I guess like it would be kind of. I think you just have to decide what it's for. You know, I don't think it would be good with booze on it, but maybe I don't know what it would be good for. Just like objects.
Well,
but I don't know if you have
like a small, Like, I have enough objects.
But you must have more. You must have more than like. Well, do you have more than like 10 books? Because I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah, I have tons of books actually.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna. It's not gonna serve much.
Yeah, but those could be my display books for the living room,
or they could be like your to read pile. That would be kind of cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I support it. I support this one. I just hope you don't get ripped off. And I do like the price. Or what if you liked it and you got more of them?
I found one that's cheaper and larger, but the colors don't pop as much.
Waiting. There we go. Tribe signs. Wow, how are you on such fake looking? I mean, this picture is definitely like, I feel like an AI heard us have this conversation and generated this in real time. For you, this is like when you say I need this on a shirt. Even the way the shadows are in here is so incredibly fake. I think, yeah, I mean, respect. I love how they think that like we're dumb enough that you would click a different color and it would be the exact same photograph with the exact same things from the exact same angle. Yeah, I don't know if I fuck with this one from Tribe Signs. Although it's a good name.
They also, honestly, both of these had this problem where they just kind of look bad in these customer review photos.
Yeah.
Like awful, actually.
They do.
It's insane.
I also kind of think, like, this is even where me and my wife differ, because she likes, for example, a picture to have a cool frame as well as the picture being cool. But I feel like if you have cool things on your shelf, it's okay to have, like, a plain white Billy bookcase. You know, nothing wrong with it. If anything, this might be overcompensating for how it might suggest that you don't believe in your book, the clout of your book display.
It could, or it could, maybe it's augmenting the tasteful design of your book spines.
I feel like the Rick Rubin book and Shoe Dog would look great on here in like someone's Airbnb.
Okay. Is calling your friend a ding dong Reddit? I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. I think I don't know.
It is. It absolutely is.
Is it? Specifically the sort of tongue-in-cheek 70s self-referential ding dong is still Reddit?
Yeah.
Okay. I also did have like, and I want to be clear, this isn't something that I'm interested in doing, and it's not a call to action for me, but it does seem like something that could turn into a whole month for you if you wanted to. But either way, I thought this would be an interesting closer. Is in my studies, I found this 2012 New York Times article by Christy Wampole called "How to Live Without Irony," and it's just all about. And this is 2012, before kind of everything happened that has happened. But it's already predicting just kind of like the self-eating tail of irony and exhibiting ironic tendencies and dressing ironically and look around you. Is everything you're doing ironic? I thought that was interesting, and then I thought this call to action at the end was interesting. It says, "Here's a start. Look around your living space. Do you surround yourself with things you really like, or things you like only because they are absurd? Listen to your own speech. Ask yourself, do I communicate primarily through inside jokes and pop culture references? What percentage of my speech is meaningful? How much hyperbolic language do I use? Do I feign indifference? Look at your clothes. What parts of your wardrobe could be described as costume-like, derivative, or reminiscent of some specific style archetype? The secretary, the hobo, the flapper, yourself as a child. In other words, do your clothes refer to something else or only to themselves? Do you attempt to look intentionally nerdy, awkward, or ugly? In other words, is your style an anti-style? The most important question, how would it feel to change yourself quietly, offline, without public display, from within?" What do you think?
I think those are good questions that people should investigate.
I think so too, but I also think it's okay to not take action on them and still keep goofing around all the time. And that's what I think. But I think also you should sincerely, if you like someone's music or you like a person, you enjoyed hanging out with them or you had fun with them, you should just tell them and don't call them an insult.
Yes, I think that's true. And I think obviously we have an arena for irony. This is our arena. We are two gladiators.
Yeah.
There are some people who don't have the arena, and it is just their whole life. And perhaps they haven't honed their inner world, as their sincere inner world, as much as they should. I think you can switch between modes. That's what I think.
Yeah,
and that's what I think.
It's helpful actually to compartmentalize, and then you can control them more.
Exactly.
You ding dong.